Good afternoon and you're welcome to Sport Arena on VOS TV. I remain your only number one sports analyst, Yeri Jeffrey, and today I'm not doing it alone. I'm with
Louis Ujosase.
Nice to have you back in the studio.
The pleasure is all mine.
So how did the weekend match go?
It was really thrilling. I must confess, I enjoyed myself watching the Premier League, the Italian Serie A, the German Bundesliga. Man, I was glued to the TV.
I guess what impressed you more was your team moving forward to the semi-final of the FA Cup.
To say the least, I was rather not that impressed, but I love the way Leicester City put up a good fight against Chelsea. It was really nice, and then watching Manchester United play Liverpool, man, it was top notch for me. I love that.
That's nice. And okay, let us don't finish all the conversation now because we still have so many things to say. And you know the drill, we're giving you the previews and reviews of the soccer world. So let's start by the English Premier League. You saw what happened yesterday as Aston Villa drew West Ham 1-1 with a dying goal for West Ham, but was ruled as a no-goal, and that really hurts the fans.
Yeah, and you know, the Hammers, I was actually expecting them to put up a good fight. Clearly looking at what they did in the midweek.
Yeah.
And then looking at Aston Villa also playing the Europa Conference League and putting up a good fight against their opposition. It was really nice. But for the fact that Aston Villa is vying for the Champions League spot, one would expect them to come out with all guns, fighting the Hammers tooth and nail to get all 3 points. But no, that was not it. We didn't even see something like that. But kudos, this is Premier League. You have to fight for the second ball.
Anything can happen that can really shock the fans. But I see Antonio coming back to his feet because he really did well. He scored the goal for West Ham, the only goal for West Ham. And I see he scored a goal, but it was ruled no goal still, and that really hurt the fans, or the heart of the West Ham fans.
And yeah, that's what we're saying. You see, this VAR has come to rather improve the game of football. Some would say it has actually spoiled the game of football, but no, it has actually helped us in a way. You see, if they had won the game now, you would have seen the Villa fans complaining. You see the coach complaining that this is not supposed to happen. Well, for what it is, it was a nice one from the VAR officials.
Okay, like I said, it was a nice one for the VAR, but I doubt what he's saying. I see the VAR for the Premier League, they are not really doing their proper job, because I can see that there are some there are some lapses compared to the African football. You could watch the AFCON, you could see that the VAR was very top notch, but coming back to the Premier League, we've been hearing issues like your team losing, and you will see that the VAR did this, the VAR did that, but that's another story for another day. Exactly. And moving on, the FA Cup, you saw what Chelsea, you're already here with me, so no need. You saw the Chelsea team did to the Leicester team. But I would say, bro, if not for the red card that the Leicester City had and the removal of Ndidi, I feel Chelsea didn't really have what it takes to win the match.
Starting the game, let's start from the first half.
Okay.
Chelsea came out with the big guns, trying to play their
first half. They totally dominated.
Yes, they played football, missed a couple of chances. This kind of chances they ought to just put to bed. Win the first half, 3 to 4 goals, but they didn't do that. Managed to score 2 goals, and then coming up in the second half, Leicester City came out with all guns. They saw that this is an opportunity to pressure Chelsea to get something from the game,
did that,
and they got it. What they made, the big mistake they made was allowing Wilfred Ndidi to leave the match and then leaving the midfield to crumble. One would say that the midfield was no longer functioning as it used to be, and in the 76th minute, getting a red card, playing a 2-2 draw, getting a red card, there was a lot of pressure. They invited a lot of pressure on them, and Chelsea capitalized on that. But I'm a Chelsea fan, I smiled when they got that red card, but totally overall, the second half was not in. For Mauricio Pochettino, that's not what we want. We want the team to gear more. We want them to continue playing football. They have to be matured. If you watch Manchester City, for example, even if the first 11 is not around, see the second 11, they play good football. When you start a game with an energy, try to sustain that energy till the end of the game. You're a big side, for crying out loud. But well, for what it was, I'm still really happy we qualified.
And like I said, the only issue I'm seeing with the Chelsea side is that if they're winning, if they're having 1 goal lead, 2 goal lead, they just relax and relax and let go of the game, hoping that's all.
That's the big problem. That's what everybody has been saying. When you're winning a game, you don't need to feel comfortable about it.
True.
Against Arsenal this season, we'll see them winning 2-0, and then about 72 minutes, the next thing, the inverted pressure, they conceded, and then they lost. In fact, they drew the match 2-2. But you see them, when you're winning, you don't need to invite pressure. You need to keep on pushing. You keep on pushing. At least when you have 3 minutes to go, you can relax.
True.
You know they are tired legs, but the coach need to do something right. At a point where you need to substitute, you substitute. For Sterling, I have no words for him. You know, Sterling was playing. The man who is supposed to lead the team is playing like a kindergarten, and then you see some players not playing till their full potential. See. As a disaster, giving up an own goal and things like that. These are mistakes that needs to be cut out from the team.
I can see that, and the part you mentioned, Sterling, I wouldn't blame him though, because you know football is very, very crazy at times. Like you could see the match you guys played against Man City. Sterling played a very big role in that match, and as at yesterday, he really did not put in his best. And that's that for that. And you speaking about dying minutes, you relaxing. You could see what happened to the Manchester United and the Liverpool side when the Liverpool were leading 2-1. I think at the 80-something minutes, that was when the Manchester United side equalized by Anthony, which drew the match, which took the match into extra time. So how did you see that Manchester United match versus Liverpool?
Oh, that was the tip of the iceberg for me yesterday, watching a Chelsea match and then moving on to Liverpool and Manchester United. It was classic, two big English teams going head to head, not minding the fact that Manchester United is not in top gear and Liverpool, they're vying for the position of the the Premier League, and in fact they're fighting for Europa League also, having won the Carabao Cup recently against Chelsea. And then conceding at the 88th minute to Manchester United was a big one. It was it affected the players' mentality. You know, like I said earlier on, when you're winning, then when it gets to 2 minutes to go, 3 minutes to go, you can relax. But winning 2-0, you can relax, but not something like 2-1. 3-2, something like that. You know, there's a 1 goal lead and that will send you to an extra time. I was expecting the Liverpool side to keep on pushing Manchester United backward, keep on pushing Man United backward. When you have a 90 plus, then you can go back and defend. See, sometimes you don't need to play the defensive game, just like if you watch this club doesn't play defensive game much more like that. But if you watch Manchester City play, even if they're losing 3-1, they keep on attacking you. Even if they are winning 3-1, they keep on attacking you. That's the best form of football. When you want to win, you attack. When you want to do anything, you attack. When you keep on attacking your opponents, you have chances of scoring. And Liverpool didn't really do that for me yesterday. Even when they were winning 3-2, everybody felt okay. Liverpool has won this game. All for nothing, we saw 2 quick fire goals from Manchester United. I wasn't really expecting Man United to come up like that, but it was really exciting for Manchester United lovers. I give you a thumbs up. That was a nice one for their club, and I loved what I saw from Marcus Rashford, what I saw from Diallo. Since he has not gotten good chances this season, but taking up what he has, it's a nice one for me. I really watched and enjoyed the match.
Yeah, like my brother said, the match against Manchester United and Liverpool, it was very impressive for the Manchester United side. And moving on, and we all saw the draw that Manchester City will be facing Chelsea in the semi-final, which is not going to be an easy game for the Chelsea side. Hope you guys are ready for that fight.
Well, it's a 50-50. Not many the fact that we've played Manchester City this season twice and we've all drew twice. But you see, the same thing happened with Liverpool. For the past 2 seasons, we've been playing draw. Even the cup finals, we played all draws. And then second leg, we saw Chelsea losing to Liverpool 4-1, and then losing the Carabao Cup final to Liverpool also. Yeah. See, not anything can happen though, but I'm not giving up for Chelsea to win the match. It's already Manchester City is a big club and they are in a good form right now. So anything can happen though, but I'm seeing Manchester City progressing to the finals.
Okay, my very own Chelsea fan said that he does not see them moving into the final, but it's football. We don't know, anything can happen. And moving on to the French side, we have Mbappe scoring a hat-trick yesterday and giving them a sweet boost, a sweet win, which is 6-2 over Montpellier. And like the coach said, like he does not want to be using Mbappe for all the matches since he's leaving them very, very soon. And moving on to the French side, we saw what Kylian Mbappe did to the Montpellier side, bagging his hat-trick, and the total win was 6-2, and that's a nice one. But we heard what the coach said, that he does not want to be using Mbappe, or he does not want to be starting Mbappe in all the matches because Kylian Mbappe will leave them very soon. So what's your take on that?
Well, I think it's a nice one from the coach, Luis Enrique, knowing the fact that Mbappe is not going to spend the forthcoming season with them and he's going to leave at the end of this season, even if he has not declared the club is going to next. and then they just want to get other players together so they'll know how to play for the forthcoming season.
True, but I will argue with you on that, because the boy alone, he's a star player in that team. He's a prolific player in that team, because if you're checking the matches that he did not start, you see that they were having issues at first before later maybe coming back to win it. And they're in contention for the Champions League, because they are still in it. So with them benching Mbappe in a game like that, it's going to be very, very hard for them.
I believe the coach should know what he's doing. One, playing the likes of Barcelona for the quarterfinals, he knows Mbappe will not be risked. They just bench Mbappe against Barcelona. That will be suicidal. Knowing the fact that Barcelona is gearing up, they are doing fine right now. What I'm actually looking at is the fact that knowing Mbappe will be leaving at the end of this season, for the matches that are not really that hard, you can just play without him. Then you can introduce him in when the game is about ending. So subsequently, so the players will get to know themselves very well, because Mbappe will not be staying with them. For crucial matches like you're playing against Monaco, you're playing against Lens, you're going to play against other top teams in Ligue 1, you have to play Mbappe. You just have to do that. You don't have to risk leaving him out. Like the Champions League quarterfinals is coming and you're playing Barcelona at the Parc des Princes and you're playing them at the Camp Nou. You just have to play him in both legs. You don't keep him in the bench because he's not going to stay. But I think the coach is actually doing this so that the players will have this mentality that you should do these things for yourself, because Mbappe is not going to be here forever. Yesterday he scored a hat-trick, 250 goals.
That's a milestone for him.
A young player like that, it's really nice. It's wow, at his age he has won the World Cup, he has won other accolades, just the Ballon d'Or and what else again is remaining? Just Ballon d'Or and the Champions League. True. Just the only accolades remaining for him.
And the FC Barcelona, they dealt with the Atletico Madrid side last night. I figured that it was maybe a payback for what happened the last time. So what do you say about that?
At the Wanda Metropolitan Stadium yesterday, I was expecting Atletico de Madrid to play a very beautiful game. I was expecting an intense game, but the scoreline actually defied all odds.
True.
Noting the fact that they had a red card, and then Joao Felix scoring a beautiful goal against his old club, which is on loan to Barcelona, and then kissing the badge of Barcelona yesterday. It says a lot, but I enjoyed the match. Was really nice. It was really nice, but I didn't foresee Atletico Madrid losing like that. I was expecting maybe a 1-0, a 2-1, in fact even a 1-1 draw, but the game was okay. It was okay for Spanish football. It's nice now we have Barcelona and Girona fighting for that second and third position, having Real Madrid already clear off.
Speaking about 1-1 draw, we saw what happened in the Serie A with the Inter Milan side drawing the Napoleon side 1-1. How do you say about that? Because our Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen, he did not really play that match because he was not even put in the squad. And I checked the match starting lineup, he was not there. I checked the substitution, he was there, but he did not play the match. So what's your take on that?
See, there's a big problem because people won't really believe that. You know, the fact that Victor Osimhen would be leaving Napoli at the end of this season, and you see, the coach would want what Luis Enrique is doing to Mbappe right now is what they're actually trying to do with Osimhen in Napoli. Everybody wants their star strikers to start, but for the now they just want to play without him. Let's see how the squad will gel. But it's not really happening for the Napolitan side right now.
They really struggled yesterday.
Everybody was expecting, in fact, Inter Milan to win. I didn't even expect them to even play 1-1 draw. I was expecting 2, 3, 4 goals from Inter Milan. But at least it was a 1-1 draw, and Osimhen was not even available. Noting the fact that Arsenal is already looking for a top striker like that. We have the likes of Manchester United, who is missing that piece. Even Chelsea is missing that kind of piece. You know, Madrid will be wanting somebody like that, but with us knowing that Mbappe will be going to Real Madrid, and then that position is vacant, and you have PSG eyeing Osimhen already for that vacant position. So Napoli, they just don't want to take their chances. They want to play without their star strikers and see what will happen for the future.
Okay, like you said, to see what will happen for the future. And moving on to the Bundesliga, we have Bayer Leverkusen sitting only at the top. They are 10 points cleared of Bayern Munich, and that's very, very big one. I think it's going to be a milestone for them if they really can win this, because I don't see them losing any match, and they haven't lost a match this season. the least they've done was to draw in most competitions, but losing a match they have not done that. So what's your take on Bayern Leverkusen soaring high?
It's a big surprise. But for one, if you looked at the ending of last season, you'll find out that Leverkusen started playing good football last season. When it was about to end, they started playing good football. And then this season started, they played a very good game, started at the right foot, playing, in fact, Xabi Alonso has been doing wonderfully well for them. And then played 38 games without losing anything, scoring more than 100 goals and conceding less. In fact, they beat Bayern Munich very well. They've played top teams and they've not lost. Not lost at all.
And if you really check the squad, they don't really have that top player that you can mention that everyone will recognize. They have mid-range and average player, but still they are doing well. And it pains me to see that Girona fell from grace, and it's a very, very, very sad thing for me. I feel because of injury they have in that squad. But sorry for deviating. Back to Bayern Leverkusen.
Yeah, if you have to equate Girona with Bayern Leverkusen, you see there are two teams playing very good football.
True.
Girona did beat Barcelona 4-2, while Bayern Leverkusen beat Bayern Munich 3-2. In fact, it was 3-0, not even 3-1. In fact, they played a very good football. The difference is, in fact, the Bayern Leverkusen team, they sustained, even with a little bit injury crisis. Our own Victor Boniface is playing for Bayern Leverkusen. He has injury. He didn't play in the African Cup of Nations. Now he's even still sidelined, not playing football for them. But they are winning. It's all about sustainability, how you continue, consistency. The Girona side didn't have that, but this Bayern Leverkusen side, they were able to manage all the resources. They are playing for each other. You can see when the attacker is not there, you have the defender running for the attacker, and everybody are just fighting. In fact, I want them to win. I just want them to win. Bayern Munich has been winning the trophy for how many years? 10 years straight. Nobody has actually contested against them. Now them coming up to win it for the first time in their history. Everybody wants to see an underdog win the match, just like Leicester City came from 2016 season, won the English Premier League. Everybody just wants that. I want that beautiful story to continue.
Okay, and before we call it a close for today's show, we have some big games coming up for the Champions League next month. We have the likes of Manchester City facing off Real Madrid again, which is going to be a very, very big fight for them. And we have the likes of Bayern Munich facing Arsenal. Bayern Munich facing Arsenal. I heard some Arsenal fans say they were praying for them to keep them Bayern Munich, and God really did answer their prayer. I don't know how that's going to go. What do you say on that?
You see, Arsenal, they've not been in the quarterfinal of the Champions League for the past 14 years.
Wow.
The last time they came to the Champions League quarterfinal, Bayern Munich drove them out to playing them home and away, 10-2, 5-1, 5-1. And then you praying for Bayern Munich. Even if this Bayern Munich team, they are not actually perfect like the former Bayern Munich team, but you notice since Bayern Munich executive and Thomas Tuchel came together to say we'll be parting ways at the end of the season, this Bayern Munich team has actually geared far better.
True.
They've been playing good football, they've been scoring goals. Arsenal has been really good, but you saw them against Porto, what they did against Porto. And if they meet the kind of Bayern Munich that played on Saturday, I'm sorry to say Arsenal, you're gonna the song that Davido sang is what we'll be singing for them. They go feel it. It's what we'll be singing for Arsenal fans.
And that's that for that. And the Manchester City versus Real Madrid, we saw what happened 2022 in the Champions League. It was very, very wide because I was definitely watching that match. I was short of breath. I did not even believe my eyes. But what happened then was very, very strong and crazy. Do you feel history will repeat itself?
I'm a football lover. And I'm also analytical when it comes to football. See, Manchester City is currently one of, in fact, I would say the best team in the world right now. They play good football. They dig deep to get results. But this Real Madrid team is not the Real Madrid team of last season when they lost to Manchester City. You see, this Real Madrid would put a big stop for Manchester City. It's just like that. It's what I can say right now. I don't know the scoreline if it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, but I know Manchester City is not going to qualify from the quarterfinals. They are going to end there. Real Madrid will keep on going.
Okay, like my brother said, Real Madrid is off to the final. And that's that for that, and this is where we draw the curtain for today's show. Remember, don't forget, this is Sport Arena on VOS TV, and I remain your host, Ire Jeffrey, and my brother here
is Louis, we just said.
See you next time.